I'm very pleased with our development of our program, with everything that we've had to deal with the last 2 years. Um, this year has been extremely well for us, being able to develop our kids in the weight room. We didn't have a weight room basically for 2 seasons, and now we've had a full off season in the weight room. We've seen a lot of gains with a lot of our guys, and we have a lot of experience. I think for a lot of teams that we play this year, we're going to have more experience than most teams that we play. So that's a positive. Obviously, we still got to continue to grow with our schemes and get that developed much better.
You feel like your guys are starting to latch on and catch on to the culture you're trying to instill as well?
Yeah, absolutely. These two guys right here with me, Peyton and Will, that's why I brought them. They're leaders on the field. They've been here since we started this program. They've bought into our philosophy, our culture, and they carry that out in practice. And so they're able to do that. They hold our teammates accountable and carry that out.
For the players, what problem does Western Hills present that you concentrated on during preparation for this game?
Well, we just got the film this morning, so we're still going through our game plan with that. The thing about it is last year it was one of those last-minute things. I think Coach Miller and I both had been through 3 different teams and I don't know how many game films, and then, hey, let's make it happen. So, again, we appreciate Western Hills and Coach Miller doing that last season, and just so our kids had an opportunity to play. They had a very good football team, and they competed with us, and it was a great ball game. The ball just bounced our way a couple times defensively our way, and we took advantage of that. So this season, I expect them to be a good football team, and we got to prepare this week and to go to battle. Absolutely.
I feel like a big thing for us for this game is our start. Last year, it's kind of like we got off to a rough start in the game, and then as the game progressed, that's whenever we really started to turn things on. I really think it's how we start off this game is going to decide.
Last year, Western Hills had a great jet sweep game. They had a lot of good athletes that had speed. So that is the main focus probably this year, is just shutting down their sweeps and their speed, fast players and stuff like that.
For you guys on the ends, you've been up with Ricky throughout the program and you've seen it from day one to now. How much have you enjoyed the journey of starting a new program and trying to get that culture entrenched into this area?
I mean, it's awesome because starting from the ground up, I just remember we were in a middle school gym, starting as sophomores, just trying to do football drills. We didn't know what was going to come of it, and now that we're seniors and we got all these fancy facilities and we have a weight room now, and we're just grinding on the field every day, and just seeing our guys grow and mature and build this culture of veterans that we have. It's just awesome to be a part of.
Yeah, like Will said, we're a very veteran football team, and I expect our guys to do big things this year, and we've been together through everything. We've had a lot of adversity these past 3 years, and I think it's just really cool that we've grown up together and seen how far this program has already come.
These guys, our kids have been resilient, absolutely. Starting a program from the ground up, having to go through that. Then the next season, you jump into the COVID pandemic and deal with all that. And, it's just this year is finally, it kind of feels right. It finally feels normal. And we have a good senior class that stayed together this whole time and have matured tremendously. And now they actually have a normal off season, a normal, we have a spring practice. We get into the summer. We're able to do the things that we need to do. And to see them perform, so far has been great to see. Obviously, last night our scrimmage got canceled. I hated that our kids had to miss that. But we're very amped up to play this coming Friday in front of a great crowd for the first time since last November. So we're excited.
Any of you all can speak to this. I know Coach mentioned the weight room, but how equally important, or maybe more important, is the fact that you all are going into your 3rd season of varsity playing under the lights and just having that knowledge in your bag?
Yeah, we have a lot of experience on this team, and I think that's really going to help us. As freshmen and sophomores playing varsity football, and not having a weight room and getting used to taking those hits and everything without the weight room, and then finally getting into the weight room and now being able to have experience on the field and in the weight room is going to be huge for us this year.
And I mean, we only lost 3 seniors last year, so we're still, like last year we were playing mainly juniors and sophomores. So this year we're being senior heavy and junior heavy, plus the weight room. It's gonna make a big difference this season for sure.
Coach, last year's game, you kind of try to get the kids to forget about that, and it got out of hand in your guys' favor so quickly. But can you kind of put that in the rearview mirror and say, okay, we got to.
Yeah, to a certain extent. I think, Peyton mentioned it. We didn't start that game very well. Offensively, we were not clicking whatsoever. Defensively, Coach Vanderpool had a great plan for their offense and some of their athletic ability on the edges, and defense kept us in the game. And then finally, offense started to click. We hit a deep pass. Caleb Perry got loose, and but to a certain extent, you do forget about it. But at the same time, like I said, it was one of those games where it's last minute. Let's throw a game plan together. Let's go play ball, and so you can't forget that. And this is a new year. We talk about us finally being able to be in the weight room and having normalcy. Well, that's every coach, every team in the state of Kentucky, and heck, across the United States. So we can say that, and a lot of that is still very true for us, but it's true for everybody. So it'll be a great night for 2 football games, 4 great teams. Can't wait to see it.
We know Caleb what he can do. Versatile all over the field. But how has he and his level of success helped everybody else kind of try to live up to that standard as well?
I'll take it.
Go for it.
All right. Well, Caleb is, he's a very good role model to the team, like leading wise and on the field, and his athletic ability and everything like that. And it kind of pushes us to be to his level. We want to be like at Caleb's level, because he's Division I and all that, but it also helps open up things for everybody else on the team, because if teams are going to key on him offensively and defensively, then that just opens up more opportunity for everybody else to show what they can do.
I just think, Caleb's a playmaker, but his role in the team is also just it's allowing us other guys to make plays just as well. So he may have 140 tackles on the season, but we also have other guys that are up there in the leading tackles and stuff, and it's just good to have him kind of leading the defense. I'm pretty sure.
He's a great teammate. If you ever sit down and talk to Caleb Perry, it's like you become more educated because you talk to him. He's that type of kid. He's very smart. He's very intelligent. He's on the field. He's the same way. Sometimes I want to kick him in the tail and, hey, be more aggressive and be mean for a second. And but he's a great teammate. If things aren't going the way they need to be going in a drill or practice, he steps up and he takes that leadership role. As far as the commitment that he has to Tennessee, it's amazing for him. It's amazing for our program to see what our coaching staff has been able to help him in these last 2 seasons to put him in a position to succeed as a sophomore and as a junior, and now we can't wait to see how his senior season goes for him. But just to have a kid like that on your team, it increases the momentum. It increases the interest to work, to hit the weight room and hit it like a D1 player and go into practice and practice like a D1 player. And it just really increases a lot of motivation for your team. And he handles it very well. He's a very humble kid. I think his teammates understand that as well. And so it's been a good deal. So we're excited for him.
For the players and coach, how exciting is it for the community just to have this big event coming up in Georgetown? Is everybody pretty excited about starting off the season like this?
Oh yeah, if they could go in there and put their seats in the grass area and in the bleachers, they'd be there right now. So yeah, it's going to be great for our community of Franklin County and Scott County. And for these kids, man, it's just that's what you play. That's one of the reasons you play is Friday Night Lights. There's nothing more special than that, and you remember that for the rest of your life. It's just one of those things you can't go back and get, and we had to miss that last season. And just, you know, yeah, we had crowd, we had families in there, but to get a community in there, you know, we push our community, you know, push our kids out into our community and give back to them, and they give to us, and now we want to perform for them. And so for the community, yes, it's going to be a big buzz. It's already a big buzz, and we just can't wait to get out there and have screaming fans and the cowbells and whatever else they bring, and it's just going to be a sweet deal.